Hello, Cancer. This is your August 2021. So, Cancer, I took the liberty of shuffling these oracle cards as well as the Rider-Waite tarot cards, and I have the mini deck. So, the first card that came up for you, which is going to signify, it's going to be a guide for you for what is in the month of August for you to deal with, or for you to do, or for you to wait for, or whatever this oracle card talks about. I will elaborate more through my psychic energy. For August, Cancer, trust is a very big issue for you. Trust comes from something from childhood as well. For some of you, you may have had abandonment issues. You may have been dealing with something where one of your parents, or both, had either gone, walked away, unfortunately passed on, or maybe just had a very hard time in dealing with reality. For some of you, this trust card, these trust issues that you are going to go over in your mind in the month of August are going to be very significant for you. This trust card can talk about how things came about. It can also open up doors from where conflict or turmoil or disruption or disappointment and sadness seems to come in. It also feels for you that the energy around you, where trust is concerned, is not easily obtained anymore, due to somebody truly stomping on your feelings, somebody who truly lit a torch for you and then blew it out, somebody who second-guessed something, somebody maybe was not sure, which could be you or them in your life, that either you or them were not sure on the adventure that you were on, or you're not sure about the person that you were investing in. Some of you took a risk. Some of you fell too fast, too quickly for a particular person that set you up for only disappointment or failure. When we talk about the trust card, this card definitely demonstrates something that needs to be worked on, and during this time of August is going to be a great time to do so. Because of what's coming for you in the near future, around September, October, even for some of you into November, is going to be a highlight in your life, is going to be a milestone, is going to be an achievement, so to speak. But in order to prepare for that, you must, in fact, work on this trust issue now. Now, for some of you, maybe you, in fact, were the one who broke somebody's trust. Maybe you disappointed somebody. Maybe you made poor choices or decisions. Maybe you changed your mind about college. Maybe you turned around and went in a wrong direction. Maybe you wanted to take the easy way out. Maybe you chose to lie about something that you were ashamed of, something you didn't want to own, something you didn't want to admit. That'll be for you to work on during the month of August, to decide whether to come out with the truth, whether to come out with the way it was supposed to be, come out with what your intentions truly were. For some of you, you're dealing with somebody who was of a manipulator, somebody who may have broken your trust, somebody who may have taken something from you, all of your innocence and your energy. For some of you, you may have trusted somebody with your virginity. Maybe this was a great disappointment to you because of the fact they made you believe they wanted to stay. They made you believe they wanted to marry you. They made you believe that you were their everything, when in fact, they knew what they were doing. They knew that they took advantage. They knew that they just wanted to be your first. For some of you, this card talks about how hard it was for you to overcome some of the fears and doubts and worries that you had in a situation. Now is the time for you to be able to take back this trust, take back this energy, allow something to move in and come forward. Your first card that comes up is, in fact, the Hermit. So with the Hermit card, The Hermit is more of a card of love and relationships with oneself. So as we talked about having trust and building back up yourself during the month of August, this card couldn't have came at a better time. This card has the appearance of a hermit in a tarot reading, suggesting that it's time to leave others to their own thoughts. Give somebody enough space. Maybe you're wanting more space, more time to think, more time to sort things out here. Maybe you've just had about enough of a situation. A lot of you have looked over something and looked over it, and you're so close to the situation, so close to the problem, that you can't find the solution that's needed. For some of you, this could also talk about reconnecting with one's own inner self and respect your own personal boundaries. It also could be you setting boundaries for someone else to respect, because you are in fact needing your space. Cancer, you're needing your space in the month of August. You really can't take somebody too close to you or up your ass or trying to really push or bother you. You have definitely shown significant changes, growth, maturity over this past 2 years. You've gotten to the point where you're fed up with people making false promises to you. You've gotten to the point where people would lift you up so high with hope and only let you drop and fall. There's also an opportunity here that you're going to be given that is talking about reconnecting or connecting with your inner self, your inner being. A lot of you are trying to find the person that you lost a few years ago in that relationship, in that situation, in that trauma. For some of you, still dealing with the PTSD of a situation, but not letting that PTSD own you, not letting it take charge of your life, not allowing it to control you anymore, is something very big for you right now. Now, for some of you, again, where love situation is concerned, you're trying to get rid of emotional baggage, something that because a part of you wants to be in a relationship, you want to be in that commitment, but at the same time, you know if you don't get rid of this baggage and you can't bring it with you, things aren't going to work out the way you planned. When your mind is clear, you're definitely going to feel a little bit different about who you want to attract as a partner. Right now, the affected part of you, the person who's been damaged, the person who's got this baggage from this BS that you had to suffer through the lies, the cheating, the misunderstandings. For a lot of you, you're not wanting to lose connection with yourself, but you are wanting to get away and escape from the pain. That emotional baggage tore you up and down, and now you're ready to release it and to move on to something better, which is what you're focusing on in the month of August. This is really a good card in question because it's questioning about your love life. It also is kind of talking about letting go, again, like I said, moving on, moving forward. It also is talking about letting go and releasing emotional attachments that you may still kind of have. You might be denying something to one extent, but as you're letting go of old ways, old behaviors, toxic people, toxic things, you are opening the door for a castle of love, wealth, happiness, and joy. During the month of August, you guys, Cancers, I'm telling you, Sun, Moon, and Rising, and Venus too, you're going to see something that you haven't seen before. You're going to experience life and love in a way you never did before. You're going to be able to take the bull by the horns and decide which way it goes and which way it can't go. Your boundaries are going to become extremely strong. Your next card that comes up for you for the month of August is, in fact, the Ten of Wands, which talks about all that baggage, all that BS, all that manipulation, all that heartbreak, all those lies, all those nights that you couldn't sleep, all those frustrations, all those stomach aches, all those headaches, all that overwhelming here, and that's what it's showing. You are so overwhelmed. But this is moving out. In August, you will no longer hold on to so many things that just tear you apart, that are making things uncomfortable and difficult for you to deal with. Blessings are right here, right on the way. Blessings are here to stay. A lot of you have done very well in holding yourself together for quite some time. And now, your future outcome, this new personal journey that you're going to be on, and this meditation that you'll be doing, which will also help you to contemplate and learn to appreciate more about yourself and who you really are. During this spiritual quest that you're going to be on, you're going to spend a lot of time thinking about how you see yourself, trying to recognize your own personal strengths, trying to compliment yourself every day in the mirror, because somebody made you believe that you lost your value, that you had no worth, that you weren't physically attractive, or that you weren't smart enough for something. All that couldn't be further from the truth. That person wanted to gain power and control over you, and they sure did for quite some time. But now, congratulations, because you've taken your power back. You've shown somebody that you don't need them. If you wanted them, you could have them, but you don't need them. A lot of you are going to be able to walk arm in arm with a new partner, somebody who holds their head up high, somebody who's proud to be with you, somebody who feels that they have an honor and a privilege to have met you. That's the person that you want to be with. That's the person you want to spend the rest of your life with. That's the person you want raising your children. So with that being said, enjoy your August, because it's going to be freaking amazing. I can't wait.